Hello friends, today we will be starting with Bootstrap. The Bootstrap is a library which is developed in CSS and JavaScript used to create the responsive website. And what is a responsive website? The website which is adjusting automatically based on the screen size of your device. Like once you design your website for the desktop, that can be adjusted on the tablet view, and it can be also adjusted on the mobile view. So that is happening with the CSS. We can do it with the media query, but that will take a lot of efforts to write all the media query for all the device sizes. So Bootstrap is a set of library which is already written somewhere, and we just need to use that. So let us start. I have created one directory with name Bootstrap theme, and I gathered some images which we can use in our project. I'll show you the directory. So this is the Bootstrap theme directory I have created, and inside that I have created one folder images, and inside that images folder I have created 4 different folders containing the images which is required for creating the theme. So every folder has a set of images that can be used throughout the project. So let us open this into your VS Code. So we have opened the folder. You can see there is a images folder with the subdirectories and the images inside the directories. Fine. Now first of all we need to create an HTML file. So create a new file, named it as index.html, and embed your code, that is HTML. Give a title like Bootstrap theme. As I told you, Bootstrap is a set of library which is already defined. So from where you will get that set of library? So there are two ways to get the Bootstrap. One is you need to download the Bootstrap library, or you can use the online uh, libraries which are available on the CDN. The CDN means the Content Delivery Network. So just open your Chrome and type the website name like mm, getbootstrap.com is the official website of Bootstrap. And once you visit to this website, you can just go through uh, the website, and at the top you will get the documentation related to the website. Just click on it, and here you will get all the components which are already designed in the Bootstrap. So we need a CDN. CDNs are the content delivery network, and we need to copy them. So at the right hand side you can see there is a link for the CDN links. You can select it, and once you select it, it will show you that there is a link for the CSS file which are already defined on this network with the latest compiled version, and the set of JavaScript libraries on this network, and you need to include this into your project. But if you don't know that where to use it, so you can see that there is an example that how to use this library into your project. So what you can do, here is the sample code given, and you can see the link which is available in the header tag, that is for your CSS. You just need to copy this entire link and go to your code and paste the same link inside your head tag. So now you have included all the Bootstrap CSS into your project automatically. The only condition is if you are using the CDN links, your internet should be connected. Now second link is JavaScript link, which you need to copy, and you have to put it at the bottom of your body. So copy it correctly, this entire link, and paste it into your body at the bottom. So here we have pasted it, and now we can directly use the Bootstrap theme. One more thing I would recommend you to add for the icons. We need a different icons while designing our website. So again go to this the same official website, and at the top in the menu bar you will see that there is a menu called icons, and here you will get the icons. So again we need a CDNs from where you can download all the icons. So you just need to go to the bottom directly. Once you scroll the entire page, you can see there are different icons available which we can use into our project. So just go down at the bottom of your page, and you will find it will provide you the CDN which can be used as a link for your icons. So here at the right hand side you can see there is a link available. You just copy it, and again you need to paste it at your head tag. So we have copied two Bootstrap links. One is CSS and another one is JavaScript, and the third link is for the icons. Now whenever we talk about any theme or any website, the very first thing which we start with the nav bar, that is a menu bar. So how to start it? So before that, I sometimes we need to write our custom css, and the css which are already defined in the bootstrap are the standard css, and we need to customize them. So we need a css file. So what we can do in our project here, we create another file. I'll name that file as style.css, where you are going to write your all the custom css, and you need to include that css file into your html file. So write link css and link your style.css into your project. So we're done with all the setup, and now we need to create a navbar. So now, as a front end developer, always try to write the comments before every section, so that you will get an understanding of from where you have started and where you have closed that particular tag. So let us comment and write this is the start of navbar, and here I am going to end the navbar. Now what is navbar? Navbar is a menu which is already defined in the Bootstrap. So again, go to the official website of Bootstrap, come to the documentation part, and at the left hand side you have to just search for the navbar. Under the components you will get the option of navbar. Select it and you will find that there is a description, theoretical description about the navbar, and there are several options available to how to create the navbar. So you just need to add the simple navbar. So I'll just scroll down and I'll find this is a simplest navbar which I can use into my project. So what you need to do, you just need to copy this entire code, and once you copied it, just go back and paste into your body. So here we have started the navbar and we have pasted it, and you can see we have added the navbar into our code. And just save it and check your output. Open with the live server and check how will it looks. Now you can see automatically it has given you a navbar. This is a navbar brand which is called brand, or you can add the image as well, and these are the your menu items. One of them is disabled. Now why we are using Bootstrap to create a responsive website? Once you change your screen size, and automatically you will find after the certain width, the navigation items are converted into the hamburger menu, toggleable menu. If you click on this icon, you will find that it is giving you the options like mobile phone. So this is the use of the Bootstrap. If you try to create it manually with the help of writing CSS, so that will be a headache. So even without writing a single line of code, we have created the navbar. Now sometimes you don't need such a light background, you want to make it darker. So again we can use the predefined Bootstrap classes. So here you can find at the navbar, at the beginning, this is the first tag which you have used for the navbar. These are the predefined classes available, and instead of bg light, if I change it to the bg dark, these are the predefined classes. You just save it, come back to your output and check. Now the navbar is dark, but the content is not visible because the font and the navbar background is the same. So you need to add some different background colors and you need to customize it. But we want to show our font as well. When you are using a bg background as a bg dark, so along with this you need to add one more class, that is navbar hyphen dark, and just check your output what is happening. So automatically your font color is changed to the lighter side because your background is dark. And again when you switch to the mobile view, you can see the menu is also in a proper way. So this is how you can create your navbar. Now there are few additional classes which we need sometimes. I don't want these items to the left hand side, I want those items to the right hand side. So how will you do that? So again you need to align these items to the right hand side. So there are predefined classes available. So how to do that, I'll show you. So to move these items to the right hand side, we need to add few predefined classes. Like here inside your navbar you can see ul is a tag where you have written your all the items of menu. Now inside the UL you need to add one more class, that is MS Auto, that is margin start auto. So it will move your content to the right hand side. You can see now the elements are aligned to the right hand side. Now again, the width which is taken by the navbar is right from the left of your screen to the right of your screen. We don't want to do that. We want to leave a space from the left and right a little bit. So you can again observe that there is a division with a class container fluid. So instead of container fluid, we can use only container to take a small gap from the left and right hand side. So this is how we can create the navbar. Now again, suppose you want to customize it more, you want a create a little bit larger navbar. So what you can do is go to your code and where you have used container, add the padding. So again use predefined class, that is p-4, so that from all the side you will get a padding of zero point 0.4. You can see the gap from the top, left, bottom and right. And if you want to minimize it, you can start from the 1, 2 or 3 up to 5, you can use it. Now I can feel that it is an sufficient size for my theme, and even if you want to change it, you can change it manually. But sometimes we don't want dark background, not the later one. I want to customize my own background. So how can do that? So on the line number 14 you have added manually bg dark and uh, navbar dark classes. So remove those classes and check your output. Now you are getting a complete white background and you want to customize it. So what you can do, you can add either property to the predefined classes, that is navbar, or you can customize your own. So initially I'll show you that how to add background to the predefined classes, that is navbar. Go to your style.css, here write .navbar and you can give any background color which you want. Suppose we want a red background. I'll show you with the red so for the better visibility, and now you can see you got the red background. Now suppose you want to customize it, so you can use any of the color code as per your theme requirement, and you can change your navbar as per the requirement of your theme. Suppose I want a darker blue, so I'll just select it, the color code. I'll just go back and see you are getting it. But now the contents are not visible, so again you need to write the different properties to make your font color as white. So how to do that? So to make your font visible, which is darker and the background is quite lighter, so again inside the line number 14 you have to add one more class, that is navbar dark. So it will automatically make your content items in the lighter color here. And again if you want to customize it, you can write the more customized fields. Now next is, if you go to your items, the last item is disabled, and suppose you don't want to use that, you can remove that item from here, or you can remove the disabled property. Now here you can add your custom item. So for this example I am using home. I'll use another section called about. The third section I can use add services. Fourth section which I want as team, I'll remove this disabled section and I'll add one more navbar item, and I'll name that item as, for example, contact, and we'll see how will my menu looks. Okay, now we want to customize it more. So we want a little gap between these two items. So you can see that you just right click onto your page, go to inspect, select the smallest arrow at the left hand side, and you just see, if you click on this item you will see the rectangular box where which is responsible to create that block, right? And even in your code here, if you put your cursor on this, you can see that nav item is a class which is responsible to create a gap in between. So if you click on it and if you look at the properties, so nav item, the class where you need to change your custom properties, you can do it manually. So we'll just go back to our code and This is the nav item. We just want to create a gap, so just copy it and write your custom css dot nav item, and you want a little gap from left and right. So you can create a padding from top down. You don't want much padding, so you can create a 5 pixel, and left right, suppose you want a gap of 10 or 20 pixels. Generally we'll make it 10 from top down and left right 20 pixels. Just save it and check your output. Now the gap is there, but the height of your navbar is increased. Why? Because you have given a padding of 10 pixels. So if you don't want it, you can just make it to the 0. Now you can see it is creating a gap between the items. Now again, if you want to add the hover effect to these items, by default it is giving you some smaller effect, but again if you want to create it is more customized. So what you need to do, you have to write dot nav item colon hover, and what property you want to give. Let's say we want a background color as white, and we'll see what will happen. When you put that, you can see the background color is item of each item is white, but the content is not visible. So what you need to do, you need to change the property of the font. So let us try to change the property color as the color which you have given as a background to the navbar. I want to use the same color for the font. So I have given a color to the item. So again reload and check your output, but still it is not applicable because the color property is not applicable to the nav item. If you look at the code, the color property may be applicable for nav link because it's a predefined class. So just try to change when you hover the nav item. You want to change the background color as white. Okay, it is fine, absolutely fine. But simultaneously, when you hover nav item, nav hyphen item, you want to change the color of nav hyphen link to, you need to put the dot, it's a predefined class, color to the blue. And let us check your output whether it is happening or not. If it is not showing you, you just need to add few more properties. It is not showing, maybe something is wrong. We'll just check the code. Okay, the spelling mistake is there. So instead of it is nav item, when you hover the nav item, you want to change the color of nav link to the blue. Save it and check your output. When you put your mouse onto the particular item, the background color is white and the font color is blue. So now it is looking good and it is as per my expectation. Fine. So and now one more thing I want to add. I don't want this title. I want to give my title and as well as one small image icon aside to this navbar. So how to do that? We'll just go back to our HTML code and we'll search for the title of our menu bar. So you can see there is an anchor tag with the class navbar brand which is responsible to show that text. Suppose here you want to give your title for the theme. So I'll name the title as suppose themer and just check. Now the title is themer. If you want to make it all the caps, you can change it to the themer and check. Now it is giving you. But aside to this, you want a small icon. So I have shown you how to get the icons. Go to official documentation, come to icons. We have already installed the CDNs and search for the required icon which you want. Or if you have an image, just put image tag before the content and that image will be displayed there. So we'll try to add some icon. So I'll search for, I'll take any of the icon. Let's say I want this command icon aside to my nav brand. So I'll just select it and you can add that icon in the multiple ways. Either you can use the I tag, icon tag, or you can use the SVG, or you can use the Unicode. So I am familiar with the I tag, so I'll just copy this entire I tag. I'll go back and where I want to put it before this my title. So I just paste it and I'll just check my output how will it looks. So once you come to your theme, you can see there is a icon before the your text, and now you want a little bit gap. So how to add the gap? Either you can use the HTML elements or uh, any other way if you have. So I want to use HTML element, so ampersand NBSP semicolon, it will create a non-breakable space, NBSP, two spaces which I have included. Just save it, come to your output, and now you can see you got the icon as well as the title for your web page and a navbar with hover effect. So we're done with the navbar. You can check for the mobile view as well. It is looking quite good. And next section we'll see how to create a slider in the Bootstrap. We'll see you in the next video.